Howdy. This is my recovery, part 35. Today is the 25th of August. Now, backing up a little bit about last week and VA cardio reversal program. I spoke about a few things there that benefits, such as takes care of your erectile dysfunction, and also that one of the things they showed was a proton emission tomography scan of somebody who had bypass surgery, because you could see the heart. To the left of the heart was a sternum, and you could see where there was the stainless steel bands they put to bring the sternum together, approximately a half dozen. You could also see where they did the bypass for the arteries and put the new ones in. And one of the arteries they showed there was 100% blocked. It was completely blocked. You saw the artery, it looked basically sort of like a pipe cleaner, just from the irregularity of an artery as being something totally smooth, like a straw. And there was one point where it was pinched completely closed. And then they showed the same picture, same person, of the person after 4 weeks on a vegan diet. And that pinch point was, you could see where it basically narrowed down, but it was a restriction. However, it was open as opposed to being completely closed, being pinched off. And then they showed it after 3 months, again the same person, and now the artery looked like the rest. The pinch point was gone and looked like the rest. And so that really impressed me, showing that doing this program, you can reverse your coronary artery disease, which is basically having cholesterol plaque in your arteries. So that's another good reason to do this, is it reverses your problems. Just like it reverses the cholesterol in your penis and the arteries there. So now you're able to get an erection and maintain it. It also clears out for your heart, those arteries too. So basically it cleans everything, the cholesterol, out of your system, your heart, your penis, and everything else in between. And I suppose it can go, if you want to look at it, the brain, your feet, your arms, your extremities. Clears that out too. So today I had a conversation with Kaiser and their rehab program, the coordinator. It was a very general conversation, basically because Kaiser is very general, as opposed to being with the VA being specific. One of the things the person went over was my meds, and I had reduced my metoprolol tartrate 50 milligrams morning and evening to 25 milligrams morning and evening. Basically, the reason for that was I had 3 readings in a row, 3 days in a row, where I skipped the dosage because my heart rate was less than 55. It was in the 40s. So called the cardiologist, left message, and got message back saying, hey, reduce the metoprolol tartrate. So that's an improvement. Also, I am doing baby aspirin, or 81 milligrams as opposed to 325 milligram. And they wanted to know about my cholesterol. Well, I said, that's something you're going to have to tell me because I'm unable to measure that. And so they agreed to put an order in for the next 2 weeks to me get my cholesterol checked. Now, the last reading with cholesterol I had for LDLs, that's your low density lipids, was 82. And the difference, and there's a difference between Kaiser and the VA. The VA thought, hey, it's close to 80, that's fine. Kaiser wants to be less than 80. So I had increased my pravastatin from 20 milligrams to 40 milligrams the last time I talked to the cardiologist. And so now the new lab work should say, is that working? Where is my LDL reading? And then we talked about, they didn't ask my weight. They did ask how I'm doing as far as the blood pressure and heart rate. And I gave them the latest readings, which I take every morning between 07 and 0800 in the morning. And I gave them that, and they thought that was all right. Basically, it was less than 130 over 80, and that's the blood pressure, and the heart rate was around 60. And then basically I brought up about diet again and said that when I talked to the dietitian, they're supposed to send me exchanges. In essence, if you don't eat this, eat that instead, or these are equivalent. Because how am I supposed to know when I'm eating, is this, this vegetable just as good as that one, or this fruit as well as the other? Because the VA, I said, is very much more specific. And you can see the booklet there, that's why it's open. And it gives, this case, it talks about Wendy's and what their size is as far as calories, saturated fat, things of this nature. Also in the back of the book, I have markings of things that we make at home on a regular basis. And basically, I add up all the ingredients, the calories, the saturated fat, the cholesterol, or I read them off the label. And you can see if I have a package of ground pork, which basically comes down to a 4 or 5 ounce portion that I would eat, you can see I have 140 calories, 2 grams of saturated fat, and 60 grams of cholesterol. And something like my wife will make a yam salad, make a cup of that. Instead of potatoes, we use yams or sweet potatoes, and basically you can see that it's 260 calories for that, no fat, and also without any cholesterol. And you can see that I've marked down every day what I eat, and also what I do is make sure I keep track this way, make sure I hydrate myself, have enough there, remind myself about exercises, about therapy, things of that nature. So we'll keep you in touch. End of line.